Imagine a world where mortals were just starting to crawl from the dirt, still feeling the warmth of creation, yet vulnerable and lost. In this early epic, two tales intertwine, a god's audacious defiance and a mortal's insatiable curiosity. After the dust of the Titanomachy had settled, the world was ripe for rebirth and creation. The Olympian gods craved beings to rule over, beings that could not only serve them, but were intelligent enough to appreciate and adore them. So the Olympians turned to two titans who had sided with Zeus during the war, Prometheus, whose name means forethought, and Epimetheus, signifying afterthought. Tasked with populating the world with creatures, the brothers set to work. Epimetheus began crafting animals, bestowing upon them various gifts: strength to the lion, flight to the birds, swiftness to the cheetah. As he crafted, he distributed his gifts without much foresight, leaving little for the final beings yet to be created. Then came Prometheus' turn. Observing the creatures that now roamed the earth, he sought to create a being unlike any other, a creature molded in the very image of the gods, a being that could reason and love. Thus, mankind was born. But Epimetheus had been a bit too generous with his gifts and had run out of talents to bestow, leaving mankind vulnerable and weak compared to the other beasts. Prometheus felt a deep compassion for man. He realized that while they had intelligence and spirit, they lacked the means to defend themselves and thrive. To compensate, Prometheus decided on a daring act of rebellion. He would give humanity a gift that would level the playing field and elevate them above all other creatures: fire. Prometheus saw fire's potential for mankind. It wasn't just warmth and protection, it was the catalyst for civilization. With fire, humans could forge metals, cook food, and ward off the dangers of the night. But giving such a gift came at a great cost. Fire was a treasure of the gods, reserved for their exclusive use. When Prometheus stole fire from Mount Olympus, defying Zeus's express decree, and delivered it to humanity, he changed the course of history forever. Known for his short temper, Zeus saw this act as the ultimate betrayal. It was one thing for the gods to quarrel amongst themselves, but to empower mortals with divine power was a step too far. In his fury, Zeus devised a punishment befitting the audacious Titan. He had Prometheus chained to a rock where an eagle would come each day and feast on his liver. Being immortal, Prometheus's liver would regrow each night, only to be devoured again the next day. An eternal cycle of torment. But Zeus's vengeance didn't stop there. He aimed to teach humanity a lesson too. He wanted to balance the gift of fire with a plague on all of mankind. Zeus ordered the master craftsman of the gods, Hephaestus, to create the first mortal woman. The result was Pandora, shaped from water and earth, a figure of unparalleled beauty and charm. Each god gifted her with something special: beauty, cunning, grace, making her irresistible to mortals and gods alike. That couldn't possibly backfire, right? Pandora was presented to Epimetheus, and despite warnings from Prometheus about accepting gifts from Zeus, Epimetheus was smitten and took Pandora as his wife. Yet Pandora came with a dowry, a mysterious box she was forbidden to open. Curiosity. It's both humanity's greatest strength and most profound vulnerability. Unable to resist the allure of the unknown, Pandora eventually opened the box, and out spilled the woes of the world: sickness, death, deceit, and every kind of negativity. Once all else had escaped, the only thing that remained at the bottom was hope. Pandora snapped the box shut just before hope could escape, preserving it as humanity's most treasured resource. With the gift of fire, humanity was forever changed, thrust into an era of progress and innovation. But with the opening of Pandora's box, they were flooded with life's fragilities and uncertainties, and hope was the one thing left to control. It's the interplay of ambition and vulnerability, the dance between progress and consequence. For every action, there's a reaction. For every gift, there might be a price. The tale of Prometheus and Pandora cautions us about the dual-edged sword of knowledge and power. Yet, in the face of adversity and challenges, it also celebrates the undying spirit of hope that defines humanity. If you like these tales, imagine what's hiding behind the links in the description. Go on, I dare you. Be a modern-day Pandora. Until next time, err on the side of awesome.